Alright, what is up everyone? We're finally doing that Greek salad my way. Let's get right to it. So first things first, you're gonna need something to cut with. So get yourself a nice thick cutting board. Next, you're gonna need something to cut on. So you wanna get yourself a knife, right? Because we're gonna use the cutting board to cut the vegetables we're gonna cut it on the knife, right? Oh fuck. Alright, next you just wanna assemble the ingredients like so. Get yourself a cucumber. Get these at Walmart. You get yourself a nice red onion. Gotta be a red onion though. All right, I'm gonna move the camera a little bit because you know, we're doing it nice and bare bones here. Get a nice little green pepper. You can have it be another color if you want. The plants here are not gonna be included, but there's just some nice plants that I have. You can get yourself a tomato. You want to make sure all these ingredients are around the same size as each other. You know, the pepper and the tomato and the onion around the same size. You know, if they're not, you can sort of match it up a bit. And so that's really all the core it is. Like all the core items are here. Okay. And we're also gonna try and collect ourselves some oregano, great value, not sponsored by Walmart. I don't know. And then we're gonna get some black pepper. Actually, I don't like this one. You want to get like the ones that you can grind up immediately on the spot with your grinder. And ideally, I'm gonna shake the camera here, but you're gonna need some whole Kalamata olives. These are cursed because they've been in my fridge for like 2 months. So yeah, I'm gonna use these ones. Right, the whole Kalamatas are the ideal ones, but I couldn't find them at Walmart this time around because I don't know, someone probably panic buyed for the second lockdown and they bought all the olives. I don't know. You're gonna want to get yourself some olive oil as well, and of course you cannot skip out on the feta cheese. You gotta get yourself some. All right, so that's the ingredients part. Let's get right on to the handling because honestly, like making this is the easiest part. Let's go. All right, boom. Now that we got our vegetables washed and placed in a absolutely non-phallic manner, we're gonna go cut everything up. Okay, so first thing you want to try and cut up is your cucumber. Okay, so I'm gonna do this one hand. I've never done this before. I don't got like no fancy rig, so right now I just want to take off the stems and all that stuff. You know, how about this? I'm gonna set this up in a way. Let's do it. All right, so I've just decided that I'm just gonna do the cutting process because I don't really have anything fancy. So you want to cut your cucumber in half, kind of like this, just because it's easier to manage, and then you want to cut them in half again. So let me do that. Boom, just like that. Now you wanna slice these up into even thinner slices. So maybe like 1, 2, 3, and then chop, 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 chop. Just like dice that stuff up, and then that's what I'm gonna be doing. All right, let's do it. Boom. So that's what the first one should look like. I don't know, you want to have like nice little bite-sized chunks here. You don't want to be like literally trying to munch on like giant pieces of cucumber. Right? These are kind of small. Greek salad is really eaten with like, you eat it with a spoon, honestly. You don't really eat it with like a fork or anything. So I'm just gonna like do the rest of these off camera. And I'll fill up this bowl here. And after you fill this up, we have one more step to do with the cucumber, and then we're gonna go and move on to these other beautiful veggies. Let's go. Boom, now that you got that, you want to take some salt. I realized I forgot this part. You just want to salt this lightly. So here we go. I don't really have a measure for this. I'm just going to have to watch. You want to salt it lightly because the salt helps get some of the water out of the cucumbers a little bit. Just like mash it up with your hands a bit, you know, get it in there. I usually use a bigger bowl and a strainer so that like I can get the water to drain out here, but I haven't really found that the water drains out too efficiently. But because you just want to get rid of some of the water in the cucumber, and that's good. Okay, now let's move on to, honestly, you can pick either one of these. And we're going to be using this giant salad bowl here as our mixing bowl, and we're going to eat from this. Let's go. All right, so it's the same idea with the tomato and with the pepper. You just want to cut these into small bite-sized bits. So I'm going to take the pepper out here, and we're going to get to the onion as well. So let's just go and finish off this tomato first. Boom, I generally like to slice my tomato like so. You take this over here. All right, and then you just want to dice them. So like cross section like this, 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 and then like this, this, this. So I'm gonna do that real quick. Boom. And just like that, the tomatoes are done. You want to scoop all of them up here and just toss them in there. Like just throw them in there. Boom, now we're on to the pepper. So you just want to, I don't know how you want to approach this, but I just sort of just chop it in half and I peel like the stuff on the inside out and just like throw it away. And then I just slice it up. So I'm gonna do that right now. Boom, so I find that like over here, I feel like just, oh my god, my hand's in the way, but I don't know if there's a better way to show this and get it up real close. Oh yeah, you just peel it off right here. Just rip that little bit off with your finger. Boom, boom, cursed, boom. is gone. Get rid of most of the seeds there. Probably should take this to the sink for a little rinse, but you know, honestly, a little bit of pepper seeds never killed nobody, so I'm gonna spice it up here. All right, now that they've been rinsed, you should be able to put it back together like this, so that there's like a nice deep hole, like just like that, all right? But don't be getting any ideas, okay? Because we're just gonna be popping them down like this and like that, all right? And you just wanna take off the sides here, because these sides, you see they're rounded. That's not good for cutting. So let's just boom, boom, take off the sides first, okay? So let's do that. Boom, so now all you should have left is like something like this, something like that. And what I like to do is I just slice it and then I try to dice it like what I do with the tomatoes, like over here. You're just dicing everything. That's basically it. Except for the onion special. Okay, let's go. All right, now that you've sliced it cleanly, you just want to like push it down, you know, nice and gently, like so you can palm it. And then now you go, and then it's done. Bam. Ain't perfect, but you know what? It's good enough for me. Yeet. All right, so that's the rest of the peppers. Now let's take this onion over here. We're gonna have to process it really nicely. So what we're gonna do is you wanna chop the top off, chop the bottom off, and then cut in half. So let's do that. So now at this point, you should have a nice looking onion just like this. You just wanna flatten it over here, flatten it over here. Make sure you peel off the wrapping because, you know, we ain't trying to eat the wrapper here, boys. That ain't it. So let's just peel that off and let's continue. All right, now that your onions are ready, you wanna give them a nice slap. You don't need to do that. And hold on to this, and then you just want to slice it as thin as you can get it. Like just slice it thin, you know, and then that's it. So let me show you what that looks like. Boom, look at that. Okay, so it's obviously not the thinnest looking slice, but you know, you get the idea. So you can either cut it in half like this, or if you're like me, just grab the whole thing and toss it in there. So you should just look around here, look at that. You should have about as much onion as you have tomatoes and pepper. But since I cut this onion open, I'm just gonna toss some more onions. You know, honestly, at the end of the day, there ain't nothing bad about having more onions. Onions are great, especially when they're raw. Like, this adds so much flavor to it. Let's go. All right, so now you should have something that looks like this. You got your cucumbers over here. You got these onions over here. Okay, you want to get like a nice mixing spoon. You can always use your hands, you know, because you know, hands, right? So what I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna transport all these guys into here. And you should get something that looks really colorful. So, you know, screw it, I'm just gonna eat it in here. Boom. Ideally, you want to make sure like it doesn't drain the liquid, but honestly, that's fine. I got some onion on the table. The onion's gonna be cursed. I'm gonna have to throw that out. And there we go. All right, so now let's get on with the sauces. All right, now the reason why this salad is probably like my favorite is because the sauces are healthy AF. All you need is some red wine vinegar and some lemon juice. I know I haven't really given you any amounts yet, but you know, if you fill up this little spoon here as like a ladle with red wine vinegar, just toss it in there. Lemon juice, I like to squirt that bottle like 5 or 6 times. You know, just give a nice squeeze, like, you know, and then just mix it up. So let's put those two in there first. And while you put those two in there, you want to toss in your oregano as well as your black pepper, which I haven't brought over here yet, but you know, we'll be here. So let's just do that, and then we'll just do some mixing. You know, we're gonna toss the salad. You know, like. All right, boys. So you know how to do it. Toss that salad. Just absolutely toss it. It's a lot harder to do when you only have one hand. Normally you have the other hand secure on the other side, you know, so that you can like get that nice thrust action in there with the spoon. So yeah, now like toss it a little bit, you know, unscrew the cap of this thing. Boom. Come on. Why is there so many screws? And then just go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Get that lemon juice in there. I'm gonna smell it for freshness. Now you should probably start smelling it. It's probably going to start smelling really zesty and really tangy because of all the vinegar, the lemon juice, and the onions. But trust me, that is going to be the best part about it. Just mix that in here. Make sure you mix this stuff in first before you put in olive oil, because otherwise you put in the olive oil, it's going to seal up that flavor. Where did I put my olive oil? It's going to seal up that flavor, right? Like you want these acids to get into your stuff. Okay, so now's a good point. Good time to just tap in your oregano. I just like to make sure there's like a light covering of oregano on everything, you know. Oh my god, there we go. Just like dust that oregano everywhere. I can't really see because I'm looking through the camera. Yeah, and just like shake it in there, get it in there. So the oregano really helps bring out some flavor to this. Very, very like fine flavor. And now you got your pepper grinder, got a bunch of different peppers, and just stick that in there. So I'm gonna have to use 2 hands for this. So, you know, I'll be right back. All right, so at this point, it should be smelling absolutely heavenly. So this is the point where you can toss in your olives as well. Ideally, you want Kalamata. Ideally, you want to make sure that there's nothing inside of them. But honestly, if you know there's like a pit in there, just spit it out as you're eating it. Don't like bite right through it. So toss the olives in, and then we can add the feta cheese. Normally, I only add like half of this, so like 100 grams for something that's big, because feta cheese is packing in the calories. Like if you look over here, like that's a lot of calories, 90 calories. So like this whole thing here, like 100 grams of this stuff is like what, 270. So this whole thing here holds like 600 calories. Okay, so but I don't know if I want to keep half of it, because like I have like half in the fridge, which I said I was gonna keep and use to make another salad, but I never did. So I don't want to waste it, because feta cheese is very expensive. So I might just like shove that on there. And most of your calories are gonna be coming from the feta cheese. Like literally, you just have a bunch of vegetables. This is like maybe 100 calories, 120 calories. 150 calories max. I don't know. I'm guesstimating here. So let's go and do that. All right, we got the olives mixed in there. So now let's crack open our cheese. Like Kalamata is what would go into like like a traditional Greek salad. So this is, I think this is what the Greeks would call like a kiorotiki or something. Kiorotiki or something. It starts with an X, but like it's a chi symbol, so it's like a CH. And so yeah, this is a traditional Greek salad. You can augment it with like, I don't know. You can toss in some eggs. Like hard-boiled eggs. I've tried that once, but it like really gels everything up, so I don't quite like that as much. I like to put a little bit of honey in it as well, so that it's not as like aggressively acidic, because it makes me really hungry after I eat it. So let's crack open that Greek salad. I mean, not Greek salad, that feta cheese here with one hand. Oh, as you open it, oh, if you see that, it is covered in water. That is fine. You just want to... Normally, you can just take a knife and like cut this in half. Oh, this is spongy. So you just want to sort of break it into small pieces. I don't know if you can see me doing it right now. But yeah, just like crumble it. Just crumble it all over your salad. You can cut it up into cubes if you want to be a little bit more perfect with it. But yeah, just crumble it in. Toss in some olive oil after this. And you have yourself... Oh shit, a delicious Greek salad. Look at that. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. So this is like a lot of calories. I think this is like at least like 700, 800 calories. Don't put this much cheese in. I'm just putting all it in because I don't want to be bothered to make another Greek salad. Normally you should have half the distribution of cheese. The calorie count is really based on how much cheese you put in there, so try not to go too crazy. Don't do what I did. I'm just licking the cheese off my hands. I'll be right back. There we go. Beautiful. We mixed in the olive oil, and I'm going to eat all of this right now. Actually, I don't know if I want to eat all of this. I don't think I can finish all of this, but we'll see. Like, this will fill you up. You could share it. You could have all of it. I don't know. I'm going to have all of it. So, yeah, hope you guys enjoyed this Greek salad reveal. Thank you so much for 900 subscribers. I'll see you guys at 1,000. Later!